recently I watched an interview. I didn't even watch it. I just saw a snippet on Instagram where the interviewer asked Khosi, which housemate, which female housemate, I think that's how I put it, do you dislike?
Yeah.
And then she goes, not really dislike, but the one person that shocked me was Tsatsii.
Yeah.
And in her words, I want to be sure that I'm saying it right. She said something like, you came for her looks and you called her a chemical engineer. I don't know if I didn't watch that, but I mean at the end of the day I can watch the show 24 hours. So what do you have to say to that situation? Do you remember that conversation? And do you care about fixing? You know, clearly she has some sort of way.
I was surprised because especially one of my favorite weeks actually was like the last weeks, because that was when I got to actually bond with her. People don't even know the dress that I have on in the finals. I look good because of her. That was her dress. You know what I'm saying? It's the little things like that. Like we got along. You understand? But I think what happened was that, like I keep saying, once you leave this house, the things that you're gonna hear, I think it's always best for you to take it on with the person. So I think what I would probably like to do regarding her, like her and I, is actually have a sit down. I would probably like to do regarding her, like her and I, is actually have a sit down. Like actually sit down and talk to him, be like, but what is a chemical engineer? When did I say this? When did you see that? You understand?
Yeah.
Because I actually like her.
So it is something you care to fix with Khosi?
Yes, definitely. Okay. Definitely.
Okay, fair enough. What's your idea of an ideal partner?
I appreciate loyalty.
You should see yourself as a loyal person.
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely. I appreciate loyalty. I appreciate communication. I appreciate somebody that expresses themselves. And I appreciate somebody that has respect. You know, you respect yourself, you respect women, you respect the next person that is right next to you, be it a janitor, be it somebody in the streets. As long as if somebody is older than you, it doesn't matter how much money they have. Like it's the little things.
Yeah, the little things. Yeah. Since you came to Nigeria, you know, what is it like? Honestly, how has it been for you?
It's been great, right? The reception is amazing. The people here are so welcoming. It's obviously so different from South Africa.
Yeah.
Like I keep saying, the infrastructure, you know, the way of life, the cultural shocks. But it's just been so good having to come here and see like the cultural differences. You get what I mean? So it's just been amazing.
So it's been all positive.
Definitely.
Oh, okay. Good to know that. So what was your aim going into Big Brother? Go ahead.
I think it's definitely doing something that I've never done before, because obviously you look at engineering and you look at now the entertainment industry, it's literally two different things. I just wanted to put myself out there, you know, just think outside the box and like just don't feel like I'm restricting myself in a way. So I was like, okay, let me actually go for something I've never done. I've never done in my life. So
so is it a decision that you're thankful for?
Definitely, because I am loving every moment of it.
Okay. So now you had a very interesting story, right? Interesting evolvement on the show. From the you know, the one who is invisible during nominations. I don't know how you did that. To, you know, people assuming that you didn't have as many fans, right? To standing up against top contenders, beating them. I was in shock on the first time, like, what? And then to winning, like, head of house 3 times. To becoming a finalist. It was such a great thing to see, in the sense of how the girl that we didn't see coming. I keep saying that. A couple of people were saying you were like the underdog, the competitor that people didn't see, you know, in the competition. And that was very, except you're a hater, that was very interesting to see. And even for you, I know that I had seen you have conversations where you said you didn't even think you were going to get to the finals. So even for yourself, you didn't see that much capability.
Exactly.
Right? So how did this, you know, sort of, this whole experience, like, how did it shape you, impact you as a human being?
I feel like that's when I noticed that even as an individual, I need to stop downplaying myself.
Yeah.
You understand? Because when you head into the arena, you are facing a whole lot of competitive people. I never saw myself as competitive until I was doing things, you understand? So clearly it was all in my head. I just kept on doubting myself. Like I said, I just kept on, I didn't even think I'll make it to the finals, yeah. I was like, okay, after 3 weeks, I'm going to go home. But that was self-doubt, you understand? So I think now, those are some of the things I look back at. I was like, okay, sometimes you are capable of so many things. It's just you and your mind that is literally standing in your way. I think that's one of the things that I learned in the house.
Yeah, so it's obviously giving you extra confidence, believe in yourself, and then you realize that there's more to Tsatsii, than the Tsatsii who went into the house,
Definitely,
right?
because I was just like the girl next door, right? I'm just conservative. I was just like, okay, let the beauty queens do their thing, you understand? Because I to an extent, I guess we could say that I never thought I was worthy of certain things.
Yeah.
Until I got into the house, I was like, oh no, I'm actually quite cute, quite competitive, quite strong, you understand? Because that house will challenge you mentally, psychologically, physically, you understand? So when you see yourself overcome obstacles like that, you're like, okay, so I'm definitely...
I can do this.
Yeah.
Which brings me to the next question, because of course there has to be some, okay, what will now be my next step? What is the strategy? At some point, I felt like, okay, I think I need to get my head in the game. Let's get the strategy going. So, what words? Because some people saw you as very strategic, right? So what was your strategy going into the game, or even maybe something that you realized you had to do to get by in the game, and how did you navigate through that? So what was your strategy?
So if you're going to call that a strategy, I guess my strategy was being my genuine self. I always say that in the house, is that never go inside that house with a strategy, because you don't even know if it's working for you or against you.
Whoever's in Nigeria, by the way, have you seen her?
No.
Why is that?
The last time I saw, because we've just been busy, I haven't seen anyone, hey? The last time I saw everybody was actually during the launch. Yeah, after the launch.
That happened in SA?
That happened in SA. I didn't even see any of them. I've just been busy.
We'll take your word for that. But something I noticed as well, I think you're always sort of cool with everybody. By the end of the day, like if I'm going to say, who is Tsatsii close to, I would say Debunk and Ipeleng, aside the obvious, right? So it kind of also felt like, like you were cool with everybody, but then I can't place you with like so many people that you were like cool with. So was having friendships or close bonds, was that something that was difficult for you? And coming out of the house, who do you see yourself being like really close with in the long run?
I think one of the first things that you do in the house, you kind of go into the house and you gravitate towards people that you feel like you guys are like share like the same stories. You guys are common, you understand? Like I kept saying, Ipeleng and I went through like the same traumas and stuff like that. And when we sat down, those are the type of things we'll talk about. Debunk just reminds me of my little brother. They are the same. It's just crazy, you understand? So as far as other people go, I think we just didn't get a chance to actually sit down and have conversations, because like right now I can sit down, like Yvonne is my girl, because like probably like the last week, I got to know her, you understand? Because I remember I would be so sad. I was like, oh my gosh, I'll tell Ipeleng. I was like, oh, that girl, I never got to talk to her, you understand? So it was only the last weeks when we got to like get along, like we are tight, you understand?
Yeah.
So that's when I was like, okay, maybe I think with other people, it's just the fact that we didn't get to like...
So even post-show, so it still remains Debunk and Ipeleng, and maybe Yvonne?
Ipeleng, Yvonne, I talked to Melly, I talked to your Lucas, I talked to a lot of people, actually. Yeah.
All right. But then, coming out of the house, which housemate can you say were exactly the same as they portrayed in the house?
Debunk.
Okay. So who did you see
it's
as...
It's a lot of people, actually.
Okay, who else?
It's like, there's Black Boy. Black Boy is a creative. Even outside, he still remains creative.
Yeah, no, I'm talking in terms of their person, though.
Like what personality?
Nonsense question.
Towards me.
No, like just in the house.
I think probably...
Because at the end of the day, it was a game. Like, some people just were playing a game, which is understandable.
Yeah.
Right? Right, yeah. So who do you come up like, okay, so the way this person was in the house is the way this person is outside?
I think like Debunk, Ipiling, and Juicy J, yeah.
Okay, so we're going to take Debunk, Ipiling, we're going to take Juicy J as real housemates. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I did see you with JOSH2FUNNY yesterday night.
Yeah.
So what's going on? What are you guys working on? But there's something, right?
Is there? There could be.
You were in a video with JOSH2FUNNY and everything.
Right?
So guys, I must say, Tsatsii looks so beautiful. Whoever is styling Tsatsii is doing an amazing job. Back to back, she looks stunning. Like every day I stay in Nigeria, her outfits, makeup, the hair, oh my god, everything is top notch. It looks so good on her. As regards to JOSH2FUNNY that the interviewer asked, Tsatsii was seen with JOSH2FUNNY yesterday and Erica. JOSH2FUNNY is this Nigeria comedian, a very big comedian. He hosts this audition show. People come to sing, but the song is just, they sing nonsense basically. It's just a funny show. And she linked up with Erica. Erica is also in one of the show. I love the fact that Tsatsii is really making real connections in Nigeria, and I'm so happy. Since South Africans in Nigeria, since South African housemates come to Nigeria, and there's so much acceptance. People are ready to work with them. People are ready to collaborate with them. I love that baby girl is making good moves. Seeing Tsatsii with star girl Erica and JOSH2FUNNY, that's amazing. I can't wait to see the bomb they are cooking together, because I know it will be awesome. And see, Elenu, these guys are top comedians in Nigeria. They are doing so well in their craft, and I love it. Tsatsii, that's amazing. I love it so much. And finally, talking about Khosi and Tsatsii now, there's this interview Khosi granted last week. Is it an interview? Okay, I'll call it a podcast. In one of the questions, they asked Khosi, how far would you think you dislike in the house? Which housemate did you dislike? But she said she didn't really dislike anybody, but her coming outside of the house and hearing some of the things that was said behind her back, she felt some type of way about Tsatsii. Tsatsii said something about calling her a chemical engineer, and what that means is she's bleaching. All right, so Khosi said she's not happy with the way Tsatsii said things about her looks. So coming to today's interview, they asked Tsatsii about it, and she said she cannot remember saying anything like that. And moving forward, she would like to have a sit down with Khosi. She would like to have a conversation with Khosi, because most times you just hear things you did not say. All right, so it's better for her to have a communication, a sit down communication with Khosi, to know when she actually said or called Khosi a chemical engineer and stuff like that. So all the best to them. I think that makes sense. I love her to have conversation with Khosi, because most times fans cook up stories. They just jam pack some content together to make it look real and show it to their fave. Oh, look at what this person is saying about you. Look at what this person is saying up. So it's better the conversation come from the horse's mouth. They should talk things through.